Sorry, today I'm tired.
That sounds funny, but it shows us something important. A great sex life after 65 isn't some big mystery. It's a science. Sometimes, the biggest problems have surprisingly simple answers. And today, I'm going to help you unlock those secrets. You're a man over 60. You've had a full life. You've built a career, raised a family. Maybe you started to slow down a little. But what if I told you that the secret to a vibrant, successful life, the one thing that predicts your overall happiness, your well-being, even your mental sharpness, has nothing to do with your retirement fund or your golf handicap? It's a secret many men your age are too private or too embarrassed to talk about. I'm Dr. Amelia Hayes, and as a urologist who works with men like you every single day, I've seen firsthand how this one factor can completely change the game. From the bedroom to the boardroom and beyond. Stay with me, because the single most important predictor of your well-being isn't what you think it is, and the biggest surprise is at the very end of this video. So let's get right to it. A recent German study looked at thousands of people, both in middle age and over 65, and they discovered something remarkable. The people over 65 who reported being more satisfied with their sex lives didn't just feel better in bed. They aged more successfully. They had a better sense of overall well-being. Think about that for a moment. This isn't just about intimacy. This is about your quality of life. Now, you might be thinking, what does that even mean? Well, I've seen it firsthand with my own patients here in the States. I have a patient, a retired CEO from a Fortune 500 company. At 68, he's more active and mentally sharp than men half his age. And he attributes it, in part, to maintaining a healthy, active sex life with his wife. He says it gives him a sense of purpose, a vitality that his golf buddies just don't have. He's not an outlier. The study confirms it. A satisfying sex life isn't just a side effect of good health, it's a driver of it. It's a powerful engine that keeps your body and mind running smoothly. It's a key to living your best life, not just surviving it. But let's be honest, it's not always a straight shot to happiness. There are walls, invisible walls. You see, the study found that, not surprisingly, people with poor health, more illnesses, or depression were less likely to be satisfied. And that makes perfect sense. But let's dig deeper into the real-world implications of that. In America, we're taught to be tough, to man up, to not talk about our feelings or our struggles. This creates a silent epidemic of loneliness and depression among aging men. I have a patient, Frank, a former construction foreman. He's tough as nails, but after his wife passed, he just stopped. He stopped working out, stopped seeing friends. He fell into a deep depression, and his physical health followed. His desire for intimacy disappeared with his social connections. In contrast, consider cultures in Asia or Latin America, where multi-generational households are common and elders are often surrounded by family. They have a built-in support system that helps them avoid that isolation. For us, that wall is harder to break through. It's not just about the number of illnesses you have. It's about the silent battles you're fighting. The battle against a sense of declining purpose, against isolation. That's the real fight. This brings us to two of the most fascinating findings of the study: loneliness and the importance of sexuality. The study found that if you are lonely, you are far less likely to be satisfied with your sex life. This makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Loneliness is a silent killer, not just of the body, but of the spirit. I had a patient, a man in his late 70s, whose wife had passed away. He moved to a new state to be closer to his daughter, but he found himself completely isolated. He'd sit on his porch, watching the world go by. He had lost his sense of purpose, his connection, and, inevitably, his desire. But here's the powerful part, the second key finding. People who found intimacy and sexuality to be more important were more likely to have a satisfying sex life. This isn't just a matter of biology. It's a matter of choice. It's an active decision to prioritize your well-being. It's the difference between a man who resigns himself to what he thinks is an inevitable decline and the man who chooses to fight for what he wants. It's about recognizing that intimacy is a fundamental human need, a way to connect, a way to feel alive. It's not something you simply let happen to you. It's something you actively pursue. It's a choice you make every single day to be present, to be connected, and to live with purpose. Now, let's talk about something a lot of men don't fully grasp, what a woman goes through. The study reveals a difficult truth. Women are less satisfied with their sex lives than men are after the age of 65. There's a very clear medical reason for this. Women go through menopause. This hormonal change can cause symptoms like dryness, decreased libido, and discomfort. For a man, you might think your partner's drop in desire is because she no longer loves you or is no longer interested. But the truth is rarely that simple. In my clinic, I've seen many couples who both want to be close, but lack the connection. The man feels rejected, while the woman feels pain and shame. This is a very common story. The important thing is to understand that this is not your fault or her fault. This is a medical issue that can be addressed. Sadly, many women just suffer in silence, and many men never ask. Remember, this isn't the final chapter of your love story. This is a new chapter where you can explore new ways to be intimate together. It requires empathy, patience, and an honest conversation. So, what's the big picture here? It's not just about what happens in the bedroom. It's about what happens everywhere else. A great sex life in your later years is a result of a holistic investment in yourself. It's about being proactive, not reactive. It's about taking care of your physical health. That's the foundation. Eating well, staying active, getting enough sleep. These are non-negotiable. But it's also about your emotional and social health. Staying connected, not letting loneliness take root. Reaching out to your friends. A quick text, a phone call, a coffee meetup. That simple act of connection can have a profound impact on your overall well-being and, as the study shows, your satisfaction with intimacy. For both men and women, these are the daily habits that build a rich, fulfilling life. You're not just taking a pill. You're building a lifestyle. You're investing in your future happiness, one small, intentional choice at a time. It's never too late to start. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, but the second best time is today. So, I promised you a secret at the beginning of this video. The secret to a truly vibrant life after 65. You might have thought it was a new pill, a groundbreaking exercise, or some amazing breakthrough. But the real secret is far more powerful, and it's something you already possess. The secret is this: it's not too late to start a new chapter. Your sexual well-being isn't a footnote to your life. It's an active and essential part of your happiness. Don't let the myths and the silent struggles of our society define your final years. You have the power to prioritize your health, to foster your connections, and to nurture your intimacy. Your final chapter can be the most passionate, the most fulfilling, and the most vibrant one yet. It's a choice, and the time to make that choice is now. If you have questions about your health, about intimacy, or anything we discussed, please leave a comment below. I'll be answering them. And as always, remember to take care of yourself because you're worth it.